Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tranquil Journeys. I'm Jennifer Fitier, and I'm here with Allison Clement, and we are your instructors. And Allison and I are both Reiki masters and have over 20 years of experience in complementary practices such as sound for relaxation and massage therapy, Ayurveda, and Reiki. And we've been teaching and affiliated with Images of Hope for over 3 years. And we hope to bring classes to our cancer patients and their caregivers and anyone affected by cancer in El Dorado County. And again, we're so happy you're taking the time to be with us today. And we want to thank you for your continued support of Images of Hope and of us and our virtual classes. So today we'll spend time on self-care practices and meditation to promote relaxation and inner peace. And our theme today is to get back to our breath and hopefully leave the session feeling refreshed and nourished and guided by your own inner wisdom. So we'll go ahead and get started with a breathing technique from Allison. So I will go ahead and turn it over to her and we'll get going.
Okay, so this is a technique that you may be familiar with if you've learned it through a yoga practice. But if you're not familiar with it, I hope it will help you to calm your mind. Uh, and it also helps marry up both sides of our brains because sometimes we tend to be analytical and use one side of our brain more than the other, and it's good to get everything in balanced and also to balance your mind and calm yourself. So it is called alternate nostril breathing. And for some of you, this might be a review. And here we go. You sit up straight. Make sure your back is comfortable. Alternatively, this practice also works well if you're lying down too. So either one, make sure your back is straight and you're in a comfortable position. So we are going to use our hand to direct the stream of air in and out of our nose. So follow along with me. I'm going to take these two fingers, my forefinger and my middle finger, and place it in between my eyebrows. And then the fingers that I'm going to use to block off or open up one side of my nose alternately are my thumb and my ring finger. So start by putting those two fingers in between your eyes with your right hand and begin by using your right thumb to close off your right nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril. Then close the left nostril with your ring finger and release your thumb on your right nostril. And breathe out through that right nostril that is open now. Breathe back in through that open right nostril. Close it with the thumb. Lift your ring finger off your left nostril. And then breathe out through that open left nostril again. And repeat. So I know that sounds complicated, but the way I learned to do it is I remind myself that you always breathe out of a different nostril than you breathe in. Always breathe out of a different nostril than you breathed in with. So with that in mind, let's try it again. Place your fingers there. Close your right nostril with your right thumb. In, breathe in with the left. Use your ring finger to close your left nostril. Breathe out with your right nostril. Keep that one open. Breathe in with your right. And then we don't want to breathe out of the same nostril, so we close that right nostril, open up the left, and breathe out with the left. So we'll do this a little bit together. In, out, in right, out left, in left, out right, in right, out left, and so on. So when you're learning, it seems complicated, but if you just remember, don't breathe out the same nostril you breathe in, you'll be okay. And I'll go over some of the benefits. As I mentioned, it helps to marry up both sides of your brain. It balances both hemispheres in that way. And it also helps your nervous system, your hormonal system. And, it's particularly useful for women if you're having a hormonal related issue at that time. It helps to clear your mind. It improves concentration and memory. We all need that. It is calming and reducing of stress and anxiety. And it also increases your vitality as well. And the reason we are doing it at the beginning of this class is because it is a wonderful preparation for meditation. So with that, I'm going to ring our singing bell 3 times, and then Jennifer is going to start our guided meditation.
All right, so start by getting in a comfortable position, either sitting or laying down, so that you can totally let your body relax either on the floor or in the chair. And if you're sitting in the chair, put your feet flat on the floor. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears and your forehead. relaxes. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes. If you'd like to practice here the alternate nostril breathing, go ahead and do so just for a moment. I like to do at least 3 of those alternate nostril breaths. And then when you're ready, just begin taking some deep cleansing breaths so that you can feel a sense of relief. Take a deep breath in to fill the lungs, expand the belly, and on your exhale, let it be nice and slow. Inhale deeply again. And this time, exhale to let out a sigh. That sigh of relief, it feels so good. Let yourself experience the relief that you feel and the relief that you have taken this time for yourself, just for you. This is your time to get in touch and pay attention with your breath. By doing this, you offer yourself a lot of benefits, compassion, and the opportunity to feel connected to your inner and outer self, for that deep connection within your mind and your body and your spirit. You can use the breath to get a sense of the energy flow in your body. So powerful. And it just requires paying attention to it or using different techniques to get different types of effects from your breath. So, right now, we're just trying to slow down and become in touch and notice the sensation of relief through our breath. So, for the rest of the meditation, enjoy taking slower, deeper breaths, making sure the entire time you feel comfortable and that you're not forcing your breath, just letting it be natural, purposeful, and relaxing. Take a deep breath and place your hands on your thighs. Imagine the energy from your hands nurturing your legs all the way down to your toes. Take another inhale and exhale, and move your hands to a comfortable place on your belly. And allow the sensation of your touch to spread around the abdomen, each of your hips and your back. Another breath here, feeling your belly expand, noticing how deep your breath can go. Feels so good to relax in this way. Take another breath and move your hands to your heart area. Let the energy you feel here at your heart radiate so that you feel comforted, you feel love and support. Take another breath and place your hands over your eyes and your face. Allowing yourself to rest very deeply here. Take another breath and move your hand to the top of your head, letting your breath and the touch completely replenish your body from head to toe. Take another breath here and then move your hand back to your heart area so that both hands are resting on your heart. And now just spend a moment in total silence. Breathe in and out effortlessly, but now focus on gratitude. Gratitude for your breath and for your body and for all the automatic work your body does for you. And cherish this time within, cherishing your body, your mind, and your breath. Another breath. Now you have brought so much attention to your breath and your body. And this is how you can use mindfulness to be watchful and mindful of what's going on within yourself. And you can always do this in a very short amount of time. It doesn't have to be a long meditation. It can just be you stopping what you're doing throughout your day and paying attention to the inhale and exhale. It's so healthy when you do this for yourself, not only for your energy flow in your body and for oxygen to increase, but it's great for clarity in your mind and a positive outlook. So when you're ready, begin to return to your environment, noticing where you're sitting or lying down. Open your eyes peacefully and slowly. And we'll just finish up with a quick stretch. And so just gently rub your hands together, stimulating energy flow, maybe some warmth or tingling between your hands. And when you're ready, just place the hands one on top of the other behind your head and neck. So you have one hand kind of at the back of the neck and one hand the back of the head. And just slowly, comfortably kind of stretch your arm, your elbows out, giving yourself a nice stretch. Take a deep breath here and feel your chest and abdomen expand again. If it's not comfortable to reach your hands all the way back, just go as far as comfortable for you, or even hands on your shoulders. Remember, this is all for you to feel comfortable, so don't strain at any point. But you can really feel your chest and heart open in that position. And now just sit back and we'll finish by listening to the sound of the bowls as we come fully back into our space.
Okay, now that you're in a nice, relaxed state, um, I'm going to talk a little bit about panic attacks. Panic attacks are sudden waves of fear or high level anxiety. Sometimes they can be brought about by a dangerous situation. Sometimes they will come all of their own accord. Sometimes, for example, people may have a phobia or a fear of flying that could trigger a panic attack. Sometimes they just occur randomly without a trigger. Some people have a predisposition in biologically to neurotransmitters in the brain that can cause those feelings of panic. And have you ever had your heart beating so rapidly, pounding so fast that it's hard to breathe, or maybe you quickly felt dizzy or lightheaded? If your anxiety just went through the roof, uh, your body started sweating, adrenaline going through you. For those of you who have had panic attacks, I have, that those symptoms might sound familiar to you, and they're no fun. Panic attacks are not pleasant, but luckily there are a lot of different ways you can cope with them. And because our theme is back to the breath, and we're touching on some ways that the breath can help, I thought it would be good to talk about how focusing on the breath can help with panic attacks. But first of all, one thing to remember is that if you have a panic attack, remember it will pass. It's really useful to remember that, or it's useful to remind your friends or family members who might be with you that if you have one of those moments, have them remind you, don't worry, it'll pass, it'll go away. Your feelings are very valid. Even if you aren't faced with danger, your feelings are still there. The panic is very real, but it's good to remember it'll pass, and the panic attack is not going to harm us in any way. If you use affirmations during a panic attack, like, I'm safe, this will pass, I can get through this, it'll be okay, this is a panic attack, it'll pass, I've gotten through them before, I'll get through this one. Affirmations like that really do help. And the main thing that I wanted to bring up is it really helps to focus on your breathing. Try to focus exclusively on the air coming in and out of your lungs. It can be useful to just shut out everything, but just focus on the air going in through your nose. You can imagine it traveling to your stomach and through your diaphragm and then back up and out. Just enhance that awareness of your breath. One example, you can say in and out, one on the or count. One as you inhale, two as you exhale. And you could practice that, and during times when you're not having a panic attack, just it's a good way to start a meditation too, and just focus on that breath. So it's you don't have to force your mind to be still, but focus on the in breath, the feelings as the air comes through you and as it leaves your body. That focus is really, really helpful. And it also helps to focus on your surroundings during a panic attack. You can consciously shift your awareness away from the panic and onto external things, things around you. What shapes do you see? Notice, okay, try and pick out all the different colors. Count all the different colors that are around you at the moment. Uh, Count the objects around you. What different objects do you see? Focus on those. You can notice things, count them. What shapes? How many things can you see around you that are square? I can count some pictures on the wall. I can see some hats they're hanging up. Round things. How many round hats do you see? Focus on things in your environment, and that really helps take a panic attack down as well. Do you hear any noises? How many sounds can you hear at the moment? That's a good thing to focus on too. Use all your senses. Count or label or notice various things using all your senses around you, and that will really help. So anyway, that is just a tip that I thought might be useful. It's been useful to me. Um, and particularly focus on your breath. So this is one situation where your breath is the best tool in your toolkit. Breath is your best friend. So that is our panic attack tip for today. So we're going to start easing off and finish our session with a sort of a mini meditation. And this comes from Dr. Shamini Jayan's new book. It's called Healing Ourselves. So get into a comfy place, and we're going to follow our breath again. So take this moment to follow your breath. Feel it as it enters into your body. Feel the flow of prana, that fresh life energy, as it fills your lungs and flows down your whole body. Notice the sensations that are present and just keep breathing effortlessly. You have nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to be. Enjoy the breath as it flows in and out of your body. And you can notice as it flows, you can notice maybe relative of places where the air feels a bit more stuck and places where it flows easily. Breathe and take a moment to focus on your heart. As Jennifer led us in the guided meditation, focus on your heart. And now focus both on the front and the back of your heart. And as you do, in your mind, invite any ancestors or guides or support systems to connect with you at this time. Take a few moments, allowing for the flow of energy to come through the back and the front of the heart, and rest in the energy of this support for a few minutes. Let your sense of spirit flow through your entire body, receiving it with openness and perhaps even a sense of awe for this beautiful connection. And close with gratitude for those who chose to be with you at this time, and gratitude to yourself for giving time for your practice. So I hope this little meditation gave you a little extra time for healing and relaxation, returning to your heart and the power of your energy field. And to finish our class today, I'm going to hand it over to Jennifer and we'll say goodbye, and she'll read our quote for the day.
As you breathe in, cherish yourself. As you breathe out, cherish all beings. We're so grateful that you could join us today and take time to connect with yourself and focus on your breathing. Thank you again for being with us. And until next time, bye-bye.